just sit and just whatever. I don't really start the show until start seeing people jumping in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Ethereum doing 2,800.
28. Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess it. A lot of everybody's just been hyping it up so much too.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to go back down. All right.
Mining revenue's off pretty good though.
Yeah, I think it burned a million already, right?
Oh yeah, more than that. Yeah, it's several million.
All right. All right, let's get this going, guys.
All right.
All right. We're up. Crypto Chat Live. We got Tim in the middle replacing Keith for the day. Keith's on an airplane coming back from St. John. Sean Neal in the bottom corner. Put him up here. There's Sean.
Yep.
And me somewhere off the George Washington on the New Jersey side because I couldn't get reception to do this in New York. Thank you, Verizon.
Where are you parked?
I am parked in a McDonald's literally just off the George Washington.
Oh, man.
Like just right over the bridge. Somewhere.
I love McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah. Right up. The first thing I could find where I had 4 bars on my Verizon hotspot. Thank you.
McDonald's parking lot. That's great. Well, I'm loving it.
So, okay, the markets today. Let's check out the markets. I didn't expect it to come back this quick, but Bitcoin's up to 42. Everybody on the Twitterverse, crypto Twitterverse, is talking that the bull market is back. Ethereum's up to 28. Still waiting for it, and it still hasn't hit that 3,000 mark, I don't think. But what is Ethereum's burned more than 1 million now? Aave is one of my favorites. I bought that well under 150. So ADA has done nothing. Everybody keeps on waiting for ADA to jumpstart. Anything you want to jump in? Just have at it. What do you think about the market right now?
Why do you think Ethereum has gone up as so much this recently? Is it just because of the chatter in the news? It's kind of dominating a lot of headlines.
Well, it's the update.
Yeah, I think it was 1559, and there was a lot of institutional interest that came back, right? So a lot of large block purchases. They also said that there were a number of calls that were bought, long calls were bought. So people looking at a strike of 50,000 for January of next year, which is kind of interesting. But large blocks were the domination today. So, I think there was a little bit of a black cloud over 1559 and some questions of if there would be a minor revolt or if it was actually going to fork or be any kinds of disruption, which we talked about. Everything kind of went as they planned, and so the bulls are back.
Yeah, as many times they delayed, there was no way that this was going to go sour. You don't think? I mean,
unless the pools didn't capitulate, but they did, and so so the Ethereum Foundation got what they wanted. Yeah. And I think it's interesting because this does indicate a level of centralization that's a little bit scary. That they can foist upon the community something that was not universally accepted. So it's a little bit interesting, but yeah.
Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler would love that you said centralization. And that's where it'll go straight back down. 80 says ETH bull market is back. Boomer coin can get wrecked.
Yep.
Huh.
We'll see.
So Jenny made a comment here about when we're going to start marketing, which I think is really, which is really important. Because we've had a lot of discussion in the community about when are we going to really ramp stuff up. I think there's 2 things that we need to do. One is we need to be able to make the wallet accessible. right? So it's got to be able to be easy to create a wallet. Anybody should be able to create a wallet. Right now, that's not true. You need to download a bunch of software, and there's a lot of barriers there. And then two, it should be easy to trade, right? It should be easy to buy and sell. And right now, it's not. There's Safe Trade, as much as we love them, and that they brought us on as the first exchange, there are some barriers. It's got some withdrawal fees, and it's only Bitcoin. They don't allow purchase by credit card and those kinds of things. So, I think it's important for us to address ease of getting a wallet, which is literally what I'm working on today, and then ease of purchase, which is coming very shortly. So,
and how are you making it easier to have a wallet? What's that process?
I've made a website where people can just go to the website and get a wallet. It's just as simple as that. So on any browser, on any platform, we're able to get a wallet.
Yeah, I'm at the website right now. You want to walk us through where people would go?
Oh, it's not on our main website yet. It's actually a distributed wallet. So
okay.
It's off of our NFT distribution. So, and I'm still programming it. So, yep.
Okay, but it will. When do you think it'll be on DynamoCoin.org?
Next week.
Okay, that's soon.
Very soon. Yep.
Okay. See, Jenny from the blockchain, Dinah's ready, looking a bit centralized with some seemingly mining the majority of it since day one. Care to elaborate on that? She's trying to accuse you of being centralized.
Well, centralization is really about control of the project. So, the number of people who own coins is actually pretty deep. When you look at, say, top holders, it's actually a fairly long curve. When you look at most coins, there's somebody that owns 80%, right? And then everybody else owns these tiny little pieces. So decentralization for me is about control of the project. Who's going to be able to contribute to it? And I've always said, and you will see in the Discord, if anybody wants to make a pull request on anything or anybody wants to publish anything, I'm 100% open. We want to have development like crazy on this thing. So, so I think in terms of decentralization, there's a bunch of early adopters who are mining. Anybody is open to mine. Me as the foundation, as the founder and the one who's controlling the foundation coins, I think there's only about 50,000 coins in the foundation wallet right now, out of about 350,000 in circulation. So when you think about fair issuance, we're not the major holders. I don't know who is, but it's been transparent and open from day one. So, and we're going to continue to keep it that way.
You have Puncraft, our buddy Tim. Your first time up on with Puncraft is always with us. He's a character with us. He's kind of one of our crew. I've got point of the network. I'm taking you down. He's talking to Jenny. Jenny has a question, and one Dino is one vote. Is that correct? She is asking.
Absolutely. Yep. So the way that the voting will work is anyone can propose something to change about Dynamo. So somebody says, I want to make the Dynamo image be a tiger or something, right? So they can put that proposal on the blockchain, and then there's a voting period, and let's say it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever else. Everyone who holds the coins can vote for if we should pass that or not. If it passes by a majority, then the Dynamo Foundation is empowered to do that work, meaning that they can spend Dynamo coins or sell Dynamo coins or whatever else in order to get that work done. So the whole idea is that the foundation, unlike nearly every other project that's out there, the foundation is just ministerial. All they do is what the people tell them to do, right? It doesn't Doesn't do anything else. It does not like the Ethereum Foundation where they make all kinds of decisions and make the people take it. This is strictly a democracy where one Dynamo holder can, one Dynamo is one vote. And if you propose something and the majority of people vote for it, it passes and it gets done. That's how I designed it from day one. That's all in the white paper, very, very transparent. So, if you're concerned about having a say in the ecosystem, then either go buy some or go mine some. This is early days. The mining is really easy. So get it.
And is there a limit to how much you can mine or purchase?
No, other than what's outstanding. So there's 350,000 plus or minus coins in circulation right now. It issues 5,000 coins a day. And if you point enough mining power towards it, you can have a majority of that if you want to. And I purposely took off all of my own mining. I didn't feel that it was fair that the foundation would be competing with other people who were, allocating their scarce resources towards making this project better. So I have not, I have not personally mined this at all, other than for testing purposes.
Jenny, for the blockchain's asking a lot of tough questions today, or trying to get on you.
It's good. Bit. We like it.
Nothing wrong with it. Bring it, Jenny. Scene's a little skewed already. One miner mining the majority of the coin already in 300K blocks.
No, I mean, there's nothing. The very heart of decentralization is there's nothing that anyone can do anything about that, right? Like if anybody wants to mine this, they can go buy a bunch of GPUs and CPUs and mine this. There's nothing stopping them. So it's completely open for anyone to mine.
Punkcraft's got your back. For anyone just joining or new, this is the most transparent coin you will find, not token. It's a coin. This is going to be forked and branched. It's the real deal. Pun's got our back. Jenny referring to the top wallet has 90K. Isn't that a majority? I mean, what do you? Yeah, I mean, things like that are going to happen, but it's early days. I mean, what is it at 12 cents today? It's not like
and 90,000 out of 350,000 still isn't a majority. But like I said, the foundation, only has about, I don't know, I think 50,000 or something like that. So. We don't even, like, if somebody wanted to say, go do something and I didn't agree with it, they could do that, right? Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of going through from Mikkel. Do you think you have, looks like Sean has lost. He's disappeared.
I'm so glad we got rid of him. Oh, he's back.
Jenny was so hard on him. He just took off. Oh, he's back.
I guess they all voted.
Yeah, a lot regarding getting listed. First of all, let's think about the age of the project, right? We've launched May 24th. It's now August 6th. So we're roughly 2 months into it. And most projects don't get listed for 6 months. We've already got a listing, right? So yes, we could go pay a bunch of money to get listed on some of these scam exchanges, but that doesn't bring any value. There's, I do get approached by these give me $50,000 type exchanges all the time.
Sure.
There's no value to it. I will tell you that we are in like second round discussions with a couple of exchanges that are legitimate. And I'm not trying to be coy, but there's an NDA for these guys, but they don't charge a listing fee, right? So the ones that say, we're not going to charge you a fee, they're legit because they want to be part of your ecosystem. So look, for after a couple months being listed, I'm very happy with that actually. And there is much more to come. Look, and there's a vetting process here, right? Like a lot of projects, they just die after 3 or 4 months. You could find so many, this huge graveyard of projects on GitHub. I just found one today. These guys had forked a whole bunch of things. It was called Unit Coin. And they worked for like 2 or 3 months. and they pumped and dumped, and then they were gone, right? They haven't done anything since 2016 or 17. There's a huge graveyard of coins. So exchanges are necessarily fearful of that. They don't want to wait. So yeah. Hotbit actually is a scam exchange. I see your comment there.
And you're referring to
Go look on go look on any kind of like Trustpilot or Reddit. They scam people all the time. You do not want to be associated with Hotbit. Very, very bad news.
Really? And is that not commonly known?
I don't know. Just search Hotbit reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've always stayed safe on the exchanges I go to because you just really don't know. I mean, anybody can market themselves to think they're the greatest thing. Look at, some of these coins.
What their scam is, which, look, may not be, but their scam is anybody can deposit money. Anybody can trade on it. But when you want to withdraw, then they do the KYC. They don't do the KYC up front. And then they fail you on the KYC and they lock your funds. Happens all the time.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Jenny says ERG has been doing great there.
Yeah.
She's pro.
I love Virgo. Great project.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice. Man, we got a good crowd today.
Hmm.
To be that honest. Invested in mining other coins that I feel have a more immediate value, just some returns. Yeah, I mean, people are talking about immediate value. Cardano is taking 6 years and they're still not off the ground. Dynamo's 2 months in,
But there's no rush here for Dynamo, right?
Yeah.
Sean's not rushing Dynamo. I mean, you're literally doing every stage of the project as best you can on the proper timeline, right?
Yeah, I think so. We're trying to right size it, right? So we're trying to make sure that that we get the technology right, that it's solid, that we don't have a bunch of mistakes, and that we don't grow too quickly. So look, we've got a couple of developers on staff aside from myself, and at the point where there's two things: we need a wallet that's accessible, and we need to get some liquidity. I think both of those things are going to happen in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And then we can we can honestly ask people for money to say, hey, we want to fund this thing and start to grow it. I wouldn't feel comfortable asking people for a couple $100,000 to fund a project right now because it's too new, right? It has to grow a little bit, it has to get some liquidity. So, yep.
Somebody was questioning about, Jenny was talking about ADA. ADA, you could say it's moon, but my whole comparison is they've taken 6 years and they still are just in the beginning stages. You're 2 months in, so you really can't compare some people are expecting you to be further along. Or 2 months.
We're trying. Yeah.
I'm not discrediting ADA. I have a lot of ADA. I like Cardano. I like Charles. It's good stuff.
Yep.
Got a heated crowd today. I love it.
Sets calendar for September. Classic.
Mm.
You think we're headed? We're back into the bull. It's going back up. We're going at 50. Going from 40 to 50 pretty quick.
Yeah, I think we may have broke through with Ethereum. I don't know. It's still a little bit light trading, right? So I don't know. I'm still long Ethereum.
I'm kind of distracted. What do you think is more important, or where do you feel efforts should be more focused? I assume this is with Dynamo. Jenny from the blockchain.
That's what I meant, right? Look, I think making it accessible, right? So making this web wallet is super key. For the last 6 weeks or so, we've been focused on the foundation. So getting the foundation, I mean by the, sort of the foundation of the house, right? We're trying to get everything in place that allows us to build stuff. So what did we do? We created a really cool proof of work algorithm that's ASIC proof. We created miners, both CPU and GPU miners. We created mining pools. We created block explorers and wallet explorers, right? We built all that stuff pretty much from the ground up. So now all those foundational pieces, and then of course NFTs, right? So the last 2 weeks of my life have been doing programming in the NFTs. So now that we've got all those puzzle pieces in place, I think we're well suited to start, to build all the front end user experience stuff in front of it. And that, number one front and center is getting that wallet. So, yep, we got to get that wallet.
Jenny is on fire. Puncraft's got our back. One of these days, we're going to have to put them in the hot seat and bring them on here. I just got to send a link out.
Yeah.
Yep. What's your angle, Puncraft? Is asking probably Jenny. What do you rank the priority between decentralization, scalability, and security? Questions.
Those things are not necessarily competing in my view.
They're probably all just as important, right? I mean, it's not. Really
I think when you think about designing something, you think about all of those things. Security is, of course, number one, and that has to do with just technical implementations, right? So making sure that the code that you're writing is, I guess, true to Bitcoin Core, right? Meaning that you keep it in the vein of whatever Bitcoin Core was trying to do. If you try to make new things, it's not great. So so security is always this underlying thing. I don't think that that scalability and decentralization are necessarily at odds with each other, as long as you thoughtfully design the features that you're adding.
Security and NFTs would be a focus, I would imagine, Puncraft says, due to the abuse potential.
So we've created this super unique paradigm where people who host NFTs, which is across the whole network, can choose to opt out by subscribing to delete requests, right? So if somebody uploads a Britney Spears song to our network, the only thing that actually ends up on our blockchain is a hash, which is just 32 bytes of random data. But it uniquely identifies the asset that it's associated with to prove ownership. The actual MP3 or movie or whatever the potentially offending material is stored in a separate database, and it's secured by consensus. So if you request that asset, you know that you're getting the thing that the original person uploaded for sure. But you can say, I don't want to host something where someone else has said delete it. And so let's say that the RIAA comes to us and puts a takedown notice, right? You have a DCMA takedown notice or something else, right? We will propagate that through the network, and then node operators can decide: do I want to store these MP3s that I think are a problem or not, or any other offending images or illegal text or whatever. Again, depending on your jurisdiction, right? Because in China, it's something different than what's in even maybe every state in the United States or in any other country. So people who operate full nodes have to be able to decide for themselves, do they want to comply with what kind of takedown requests there are? So we've built that kind of community decision into what kind of NFTs you want to host, which is completely different from any other system that's out there.
I assume this was a joke. What plans do you have to prevent Canadians from influencing the direction of Dynamo?
So so we've used a lot of bacon when we're making Dynamo. So,
Tim's gotten here on the busiest day. This is the busiest chat day.
Great, it's fun. These guys are classic.
It's summer in the city, man. August 6th. Yep.
I'm kind of just, I know we're not even going on topics today. We're just staying on Dynamo for now.
Well, I will tell you, there was a complaint in the Discord community about how we just sort of rehash all the old news, and why don't we talk about Dynamo? And I said, yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
We don't want to make this an advertisement about Dynamo, but we're very happy to answer any kind of questions.
If people are on here asking questions, we'll cover Dynamo. You know, we're. How about
Actually, we don't want to go too much longer because Puncraft has his DJ session. So
yeah, I'm looking for that link. Matter of fact, Pun, put your link in there. If I'm gonna go look for it now. How about the first NFT? Have we discussed what it's gonna be? You're gonna mint your first one.
I've actually minted several hundred already.
Oh,
I was testing on mainnet. Yeah, so I was testing on mainnet, and it was a quote from John Locke actually about social contract and how people give up liberties to be part of a society, and interesting. So I'd love to see if somebody can decode it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jenny wants to know, why is there such a huge focus on NFTs so early in the progress when the demand for Dynamo still isn't there?
Well, I think that question sort of answers itself. I think there's so much focus on NFTs in the marketplace, which I believe will create demand for Dynamo. On top of that, NFTs are one of the enabling features of a blockchain that let it bridge into the real world. So one of the very first things I'm going to do when I finish this wallet is I'm going to write a 3D game that has a virtual world in it, and you'll be able to buy NFTs in the game. And the NFTs are cosmetic. So if you want to buy a hat or special shoes or a coat or whatever the theme of the game is, I haven't really decided yet. But that's one of the things. If you look at Axie Infinity or any, there's several different games that are out there now that are selling NFTs. I think we saw a story about Burberry selling NFTs in a game. This is the space, right? This is where it's at, where you can sell something on the blockchain, but it's not coins. And so I think that's super important. Yeah.
I put the link over there promoting Puncraft.
No, there you go. Yeah.
Separate. Seems like the focus could be some elsewhere. We already answered that.
No, we have Thomas Hobbes detractors. Okay, good. That's good to hear.
What type of game are you thinking about creating?
I'm probably going to go with just a standard fantasy MMO just to start, only because it's something that's very familiar to me. Look, if you look at things like Skyrim or ESO or Final Fantasy 14, right? Those are hugely popular. Warcraft, all these kind of games, right? So there's this sort of built-in audience for a fantasy MMO, and there's tons of Unreal Engine assets that are available for that. So it's really easy to just kind of cobble something together. It's not going to be anything awesome. It's going to be a proof of concept idea, but that's something that's easy to do. So I'll probably gravitate towards that. Either that or something sci-fi, something where I can just get a lot of third-party assets pretty easily.
And to this point, because Jenny keeps on going on the subject of the demand of Dynamo should be there without NFTs, though. But one of your passions is gaming, and is one of the big passions, and your blockchain at the same time. That this is kind of the best marriage is the NFTs with gaming right now. So that's one of the reasons too, right?
I think so. And what would without NFTs and smart contracts, what would Dynamo be? It would just be a copy of Bitcoin with a different proof of work algorithm with no real value, right? So I think our value proposition is smart contract aware, NFT aware smart contracts, right? So smart contracts that can integrate with NFTs directly. That's not something that anybody else is currently doing, at least that I'm aware of. So I think that's our real value.
I'm kind of just going around looking at what else.
Bitcoin had the first NFT. Is that true?
I don't know.
Somebody said it was in the next last day or so, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you count like mining mining the words into the signature or something. I don't know.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, haven't heard of that.
Okay, you guys chat while I look it up.
Yeah.
I'll fact check that.
So up there, Sean ran off to go fact check it on his own.
Yeah, it
Why am I
pops in
getting-
and out.
Am I getting bumped out? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it Restream or is it me?
It's the smartest guy in the room in tech has the worst internet.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's my Wi-Fi. I don't know. I'm using my laptop for the first time. I usually use my my iPad, so it's my laptop.
All right.
We are gonna create demand. Don't worry.
I love the fights going on.
Yeah, this is number one on our list is making the coin accessible. So yep.
Puncraft says he demands it.
we are laser focused on this. Trust me. Yep.
Vincent, blockchain is a tool. NFTs are important functioning component. Puncraft, I've been in since before he made the coin, the growth and exposure. Man, he is our number one salesman right now. Please, people, go watch Puncraft DJ after this.
Yeah, we got 2 or 3 minutes here, so yeah. Again, we're laser focused on creating demand and getting institutional investment. We got to make it accessible. I got to get this wallet done, and then we're gonna.
I'll send the question back to Jenny on the blockchain. She keeps on poo-pooing this whole NFT thing. What do you think is the best route? What do you think is we should be doing? We got to do what we're passionate about when we're having fun doing. It's part fun too, right? And what you're passionate about. Let's see what she says.
Well, and airdrop. So airdrop is a great idea, but you need to have wallets to airdrop to. That's the problem. And we just don't have the wallets. So you can airdrop a BEP20 or an ERC20 or something like that, but that's not the same thing, right? What you want is for someone to become aware. So what can you do? You can blast out email links or Discord or Reddit or something like that. Those are all kind of spammy sort of things that feel like a scam, which we're trying to avoid. So yeah, but unless you're going to do a token on either Binance or Ethereum, you can't really do an airdrop unless there's a whole bunch of wallets. So.
I know initially I was the one it kind of push. Everybody else is doing the airdrop to the airdrop, but the wallets. But at the same time, also we're just airdrop it. A lot of people, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on even if airdrops are good or not.
I don't know, but for us, it's not really possible as a mainnet coin. So,
Yeah.
Because you got to have a wallet.
All right. Puncraft is left to go do his show.
What show is he doing?
He DJs in Crypto Chat forum on the Discord. I just put it over in the sidebar.
That's cool.
Check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So let me address this point, and then we can go. We are absolutely going to do marketing. The whole problem is we need to have a wallet that's accessible, right? Right now, you have to download a Qt client. It's completely clunky. So once this web wallet is up, we are absolutely going to start spending a bunch of money on marketing. You're 100% totally agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you don't want to market something before you have the product going.
Yep. Before we have something to sell.
You're just a scam then at that point.
Yep. We don't have anything to sell just yet. There's no easy way to buy it. There's no easy way to get a wallet. That's job number one right now. So, yep.
But don't you want it on various exchanges as well before you start marketing?
We do. So my thought is that we can sell it ourselves to start, right? So I can put some foundation coins on the website for sale or through the wallet. I don't want to sell a whole lot of foundation coins because that's not really our goal, but just to get coins into people's hands. And then we'll hopefully, I think once that happens, then we'll get more holders, and then we'll be able to get on the exchange. That's the whole idea.
Love Jenny. We're gonna have to bring Jenny on. I don't trade from my desktop.
Mobile wallet, but that's where the mobile wallet is what we're working on. It's exactly what I'm working on. Exactly it. Yep.
All right. We're about 35 minutes in. Anybody got some serious questions? I'm starting to see some bad words on there.
There's nothing compared to other chats on crypto.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's just tame. Good.
Let's see what else we got going. Good crowd going today. I love it.
Yeah.
Jenny, give us a hard
right.
time. If not, we're going to take off 35 minutes in. I'm on the side of the highway and I need to get home. Selling foundation coins isn't compensating miners for security, though.
Well, I think that kind of conflates two issues. But I agree. Look, we want to get coins into the hands of people. That's the only purpose that I'm saying about that. But if we could legally create an exchange, I would do it. It's very hard to get a money service business license. We may be able to outsource that somehow. Trust me, I'm looking at all that kind of stuff. So yeah, got to get that mobile wallet, the web-based wallet done first, and then we're gonna figure out some way to create liquidity.
I mean, explain. Doing this stuff is not that easy. People just think, oh, just make a wallet. You've been coding for what, 25 plus years. Explain to people, how in depth, and you even told us, coding and blockchain is two different worlds, right?
It's very challenging, and I can tell you in the last week, I mean, anybody can go verify this right now if they want to. Go look on the GitHub. The web wallet that I've written about 4,000 lines of code in the last week. It's a lot of work. So it's not easy.
All right, gang. What do you think? Let's see. Jenny says last. Yes, it is all in good fun. We like you.
Yep.
We like the questions. We like people jumping in. This is fun.
Right. Time to listen to some music.
We're doing this. All right, let's go listen to some Punkcraft. I think I put let's see if I have it in there.
Pop the link once more so they know. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. There's the link to Punkcraft. Go check them out now. We're going to go watch it too. Later on, guys.
All right.
See you guys.